this year is different, but they've been getting bitched by the Warriors for like the past. No, I'm just saying, like, this is how we've looked at Portland.
No, I mean, it's facts, G.
Like Portland has a great shooting backcourt. Sorry, it's like there happens to be a better one.
Because honestly, that's why I think Dame likes Portland. He has shooters around him so that when he drives, he just kicks out. It's no different than like I said with Russ. When Russ now that he's with Houston, when he drives and he is stuck, he has 4 shooters all around him. So he kicks it out and then just rack up that assist.
Though, like Portland right now is really like in terms of roster, really isn't. Like it's just a really good team. Like if
Trevor a winning roster.
Trevor Ariza missing.
Trevor Ariza was in the bubble. Like how like can we sit here? Like Nurkic just put up 21 and 20. Like those are all-star center numbers. I'm not saying he's all-star center, but like I mean he's obviously a grinder. So
this is how
what are they really missing?
We've always looked at Portland. I mean, this year is different, but they've been getting bitched by the Warriors for like the past. No, I'm just saying, like, this is how we've looked at Portland.
No, I mean, it's facts, G.
Like Portland has a great shooting backcourt. Sorry, it's like there happens to be a better one. like you know what I mean? Like there happens to be a better one in Golden State. So it's just like, like this year Golden State's obviously not there. But like we know what it is with Portland. Like, do we think Portland has a winning roster? No, especially now the Warriors gonna be back next year.
Don't get me started.
Hell no.
They're not gonna win this year. It's like, do we ever really feel like Portland has a win
next year?
No, we never really have felt like that. Like it up until this year. Like this year has been.
It's really just because Dame has become like a true superstar, bro. Like people are watching Dame in awe, like they watch LeBron in awe. Like
no, he's
people are looking like, okay, he's got the ball in his hands. Like, when's he gonna shoot?
It was very telling to me when it was just like they got to the Western Conference Finals last year, and then KD got hurt, and I was like, okay, it's gonna be interesting. And then they got swept.
They got swept, yeah.
I was just like, okay. I was like, they will forever be, in the shadow of the Warriors. It's just not. They
didn't have Nurkic though, didn't they? They didn't have him last.
No, I mean, they didn't have Nurkic.
But let's be real.
How
difference in the series?
Yeah, that was
the series. So no, when you think about the talent, the teams and the talent in the West, like no, Portland's not gonna win anything as great as their roster is currently constructed.
They would have to get another superstar.
Exactly.
And what was the hardest thing about them is they can't get like a superstar that's like a shooting guard or a point guard, which there's, like we said, there's lots of, really good shooting guards, point guards that need to leave a team, right? They have to get a big man or like a wing that will dominate. And it's like, there's really not many out there that are willing to right now switch a team.
Like, I mean, do that DeMar for Kawhi type deal in Portland for CJ. That'd be the only way. I feel like they'll get a superstar.
No, I love CJ.
CJ?
Dame's
gonna trade.
Yeah, Dame's gonna need a better backcourt. I mean, like as much as I love CJ.
You know what I think might happen legitimately? I think that come the time, when is Lamarcus Aldridge a free agent? Because I think he might go back to Portland. Like for real. And because I think he might retire sometime soon.
But he's different now.
He's not the same, yeah.
That's what he's not the same.
But he doesn't need to be the same. He doesn't need to be the same. They get no production at 4.
But in order for Portland to find a way to get past the West right now, he would have to be the same.
You can't just look at the Portland roster. You just have to look at the competition. It's like, yeah,
that's what they did.
They have a team that's going like backcourt alone. Do we think Dame and CJ will ever be able to overcome Steph and
Clay? No, not Steph and Clay.
No. But they're always going to be there. They'll be back next year. So it's like we can't.
I mean, and if they do, like if we're in the future and we're looking back on this, maybe Dame and CJ get them one time.
Yeah.